See. And all right, let's all right, I'm gonna go live. Let's go live. We're going live, fuck it. We're doing it live. I think we're live.
Doing it live.
Is this thing live? Is this live? All right, so hopefully this is live. I don't know. We're running this a real janky way. Sorry for my audio. This is last second. This is big though, so we're just doing it. Probably nobody's gonna watch this, but it's too big to not do this as soon as possible. Mike David, wildly exposed. Redbar Radio. Sven Stoffels, his best friend, has like been recorded saying some of the most horrific shit. And of course, Jesse was right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I know, right? Huh, guys? We're on Discord, by the way. Hi, guys, right?
Yeah.
Jesse was right.
Yeah.
Greatest guy.
Jesse was right.
Jesse was right. What did I say for since before Redbar disappeared from the internet?
Mm-hmm.
What was I saying about Mike David?
Poop bags or something?
Poop bag. Yeah.
Got a poop bag. Got a poop bag, and that Jules eats it. She cleans him. She physically maneuvers his turds with her tongue. That I would be taking her over after he finally expires. All this kind of stuff. So it turns out I was 100% right. We'll see all of this, and there's a lot of stuff though. This is a big one. This is huge, and I wish I could do a real show on this. Unfortunately, I'm not even the one streaming this right now. Trevor's streaming this, so Trevor, thank you for doing this for me. Stella, we have Stella here controlling the video. This is how fucked my setup is right now.
She's on a bugged laptop right now streaming this.
Yeah, exactly. Stella's getting her groove back by stealing someone's information right now. And actually, I'm not sure she's in full control of her own laptop.
Might lose it.
Oh, Trevor, you're not changing the keyframe frequency, are you?
Me?
I don't know. I'm getting an error.
I haven't changed a fucking thing.
It's probably. I bet you it's because like we haven't like played the video at all yet. It thinks it's like a still image. YouTube is so crazy like that. It'll freak you out and be like, "Oh, your shit's not working." And I'm like, "What?" And it's like, "No, I haven't moved very much lately." That's all it is.
What is a keyframe?
Keyframe?
It's like man.
Okay.
No, we don't know, Urquid. The answer is who knows. Shit's gay. Here's the thing. When you're in a state in society where black people are just going live for fun, they just go live. You shouldn't have to know these things. It's like you don't know how your fucking TV works. You couldn't begin to tell me how a television works. We've had those since your grandpa was a gay little boy, and not one of you could explain to me how images are sent over the airwaves. Not one of you. Not properly. You'd be wrong. You could maybe stumble your way through. You'd be like, oh, something about a guy named Farnsworth. And then you would remember half of a Wikipedia article. You'd be wrong. We're at a point now, we're going live. I shouldn't know about keyframes or bit rates or variables or anything. I shouldn't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It's crazy that we do. Black people are going live. I should be able to do it without worrying about YouTube keyframes. Anyway, happy to be here. Everybody's saying happy to be here. They're asking shitbag confirmed. You'll see in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on Diaper Watch. This is a Diaper Watch. So before we start it here, I just want to say the moon base is still being upgraded. This is why my internet is crazy right now. The whole setup. It's a nightmare. I apologize. I'd love to be doing shows for you. I am actually working on shows, even though I have no ability to do live shows right now. I have like pre-made episodes I'm going to be putting out and stuff. So stuff is happening. Don't worry about it. And if you're in the Discord, I almost said Facebook, the Discord cult, podawful.com/cult, podawful.com/discord, discord.gg/podawful. Any of those links will work. You would probably know this, but over on podawful.com on the Pizza Fund, I'm constantly linking old episodes, re-uploading stuff you haven't seen in forever, making new playlists and stuff. I just put out a bunch of staff picks playlists where it's my favorite episodes. We've got Angie's Random Edits favorite episodes, Kelsey's favorite episodes, Trevor's, Scott's,
Lenny's.
We're not doing Lenny's, actually. We're not even asking him for it. I asked Richard if Richard's the guy who made the Pizza Fund. I asked him to do it, and he just hasn't responded, which is great.
He doesn't watch.
He doesn't actually know. No, Richard watches the show. He doesn't watch a lot. He watches like a few days later, and he loves it. But then you ask him anything about it, he doesn't know what's going on. So, but he loves the show. He's a huge supporter. Yeah, well, no, Paul literally doesn't watch. All right, anyway, so here's the thing. This is going to be a little inside baseball, this whole thing. If you don't know Redbar stuff, here's what you need to know. All you need to know about Redbar is, one, we've got 2 amazing episodes about Redbar in the Pizza Fund. They might be free. I don't know. Poopoopants.com. Go look for them. Redbar gets Corona and Pod Awful Cucks Redbar or something. I can't remember the titles of them. You search for Redbar. And they will give you everything you need to know, the full backstory. But the basics are that Redbar, for years, has been accusing me of copying and doing all these stupid things. And he goes from pretending to like me to not liking me and all this stuff. He's got one friend on the planet Earth named Sven Stoffels. And this guy is an animator. And Sven hates me. And he hates me because Redbar hates me. And Redbar is his best friend. And you know, he goes, oh, this Jesse guy, he copies. He's like, I don't know, Swedish or something. He's like, he copies Redbar. Meanwhile, this guy, his whole career, he's an animator. All he does is draw Ren and Stimpy. That's it. He just copies the Ren and Stimpy, man. So he's sitting there, he's copying Ren and Stimpy. He's saying other people, you know, it's a circle of filth. And Sven has accidentally leaked all of these very embarrassing things about Redbar. There's this fellow named Lossless. We're going to watch his video. It's on his channel, so shout out to him. This is incredible footage. It's not footage, it's like an audio recording. It's incredible stuff. You'll see it in a second here. Let's just hit play. You'll see what happens.
That's what he stole himself. He sort of started to believe in his online persona. Just that you're talking shit about everybody all day long, and then you're too scared to leave the house. That was the case in Chicago. He never left the house. Right. And that remains to be the case right here. Yeah. Right. The only thing that's feeding him is the naive people that believe that he's some sort of righteous character. But it's a very sad story if you see it from close by, honestly. That's a glorified reaction channel. That's what it is. It's you know, that is what it is. Sit there 8 hours listening to a fucking guy cock stroking his own ego.
All right, hit pause there for me. So, hit pause. Okay, so Sven, now you might not be able to understand a fucking word of that. Don't worry, it'll get clearer during the rest of the thing. Those are all just clips from later in this recording. So somebody in the chat, by the way, says Sven's our friend. Sven's a really nice guy. Just saying, Sven's really talented. Yeah, everybody's talented who draws like John K from Ren and Stimpy. It's very easy to be talented when you draw like that. So the thing with Sven is you're not going to be able to understand a word he says probably. You might not just bear with it. Like, try your best, okay? We need you to try as hard as you can on this. All right, go ahead.
This commentator on the culture, when your entire inner hard drive, your operating system is created by that same culture. You are a product of it. You can't criticize something from the inside.
For receptionist, press 2. Thank you for calling. Please hold for assistance. Hi, this is AC Hotel Downtown. My name is Emily. How can I help you?
Hi, I was hoping to connect to a guest there.
We actually aren't able to do that.
No? Okay.
Oh wait, hang on a second. They're saying the audio is real. The audio for the video is low, or everything? Is it just everything? Because I don't.
Try to turn the Discord video up, the audio if you can, if it's not all the way up.
Yeah, Trevor, maybe turn it up. When
The
you're-
audio's fine.
Yeah,
It's not-
your stream volume. Right click on the stream in Discord and
Okay, that might be why. Okay.
We literally cannot hear anything someone says after people have
really?
replied
Yeah.
to us.
What is?
Well, she called like to the room, rather than a direct connection.
Okay.
But it's Sven Stoffels. Last name
Does it remember?
I do not.
Okay. How do you spell the last name?
It's Stoffels.
Alright.
He's from the Netherlands. I can't call his cell phone, so
Okay. So
I'm in town, and yeah, so it's hard to
Yeah, I like
coordinate.
this. This guy, he
So
is.
do you want? Are you trying to call him directly, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Please.
I can try to. Give me 1 second.
Part of it, he just worked like everything he's saying is a lie. He's just like all he knows is the hotel Sven is staying in. That's all the info he's got. And he's like, yeah, can you just connect me to his room? They're like, no, we don't do that because of this, because of exactly what's happening right now. And then he's like, yeah, actually, you did do it though yesterday. It's just a lie. And she's like, oh, we did? Okay, and then she does it. This is how stupid people are. So that's a very pod awful style move. We give props to Lossless for this. Go ahead.
What's that?
Hello, Sven?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Hi.
Hi, this is James Beaker from Redbar News.
What the fuck is this?
Hey, I just had a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Has Jules ruined the show?
How the hell? How in the fucking hell did you manage to find my room number and everything?
Mike sent it. He was bragging about the hotel he put you up in.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
When did you do this?
Yesterday.
Wait, where did he do this? Yes, there was no show.
No. Yeah, not during the show, but during the day, in a group chat.
What group chat?
One of the group chat was some of the BBG people.
Oh, he was bragging about it?
Yeah, he was bragging about it.
That sounds like something he would do, yeah. And
Yeah, right?
and then how did you found my information or something? Like, oh.
Well, he said it was the hotel, and he was like, oh, I'm paying $200 a night for him to stay on my dime, and I just called the front desk and said, is he around?
Yeah. What else did Mike say yesterday in that group chat?
Well, he was saying that it was a really uncomfortable show, a really bad time. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, what else did he say?
He said,
So now I haven't seen this. I don't watch Redbar. I have not seen this. Sven was on like, I don't know, a week ago or something. He was on there. And it's a big event because Sven lives in Denmark or something. And so they bring him over, and Mike paid for him to come over. And apparently, and, every Redbar episode is 8 hours long, and it's just a man dying while singing karaoke. So when you tune into the show and I'm sitting there on hour number 12 singing songs, this is what I'm making fun of, okay? If you've never seen it, that's literally the show. Where I'm sitting there and my voice is hoarse, and that's the joke, all right? Explaining the joke, that's it. And Sven comes on, and it's supposed to brighten the mood. It's supposed to be the highlight of the year is Sven coming on because, it's two buddies, and they're going to shoot the shit hard. And apparently it tanked. It was so bad. Now, I don't know that for sure, But the word on the street is this episode was bad. It was uncomfortable. It was like clear that there was some sort of strain in their relationship. So that's what they're talking about here. Go ahead, hit play.
I have to go look. Let me pull it up.
All right.
But are things like weird? Are you not hanging out with them now after the show?
Yes, things are very weird.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it felt pretty tense as a viewer watching.
I mean, it felt tense. The first second we went live, it became tense.
Really?
Yeah, and it was very tense afterwards because I had let's say, a pretty rough yelling match with the guy.
Really?
Well, it was more me yelling at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
To be honest, I did get pretty fucking drunk, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
Well, it doesn't make you a bad person.
Sort of pushed on me. I don't know. There's a little bit of both going on, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think Mike was incredibly disrespectful to, like, kind of bullshit you like that.
I agree.
After, like, you flew out there to do a show.
I got fucking vaccinated to fly out here.
Are you kidding me? Did he require you to get vaxxed?
Wait, no, I mean, he didn't require me to do anything, but, like,
yeah. But you wanted to as a friend.
You had to get vaxxed to fly out. We were supposed.
Oh, shit.
Last year.
Oh, okay, yeah, to leave the country.
Yeah, to enter the United States.
To enter the U.S. Really?
As I got my fucking second shot, that's when they closed up all the fucking airports. It was code red.
Yeah.
So I got vaxxed for nothing.
Yeah. Is Mike vaxxed?
Probably not, because his immune system is compromised.
Oh, okay. So he really has this disease. Was he in a wheelchair?
No, he's not in a wheelchair.
No? Okay.
Listen, listen, you're probably a very good guy, honest fella right there, you know what I'm saying?
So this was the big meme amongst the Red Bar haters, but also like pod awful hater people. Is they made up? I just made up out of nowhere. I just said Mike David has a crap bag. He craps in a bag. That was just to make him up. Now it is true that from what I remember years and years ago, I recall someone saying that his brother has Crohn's disease, and if you got Crohn's bad enough, you crap in a bag. And then, lo and behold, we find out Mike David has some sort of immunocompromised situation going on. He can't even get the vax, apparently. The man's walking outside wearing plastic gloves like a Subway sandwich artist. And, which is true. And I go, okay, well, he's probably got Crohn's. If his brother's got Crohn's disease, that's an immunodeficient sort of thing. It's either that or AIDS, right? Those are your two options. You're either Steven Crowder, you've got fibromyalgia, and you're lying, which, by the way, I still believe might be the case. I think he might just be a drug addict and a hermit. But it's all just crazy shit going on in his head. He doesn't have, parasites or a disease. He's got brain goblins. There's a little worm ticking away inside his brain telling him, like, actually, you're sick. Scaring him. And so it's either that, he's faking it, fibromyalgia style, Crowder's style, or David's style, and he's got Crohn's disease, he's crapping in the back. So I just made that up. So what they did is they go, Jesse, you're not funny. What we'll do is we'll make up our own meme about how he's sick. And they just started saying he's in a wheelchair. Now, this could be easily disproven. All the man has to do is take a step, right? You know, the fun thing about the crap bag is, what's he going to do? Pull down his pants? Like, he's not going to show you. So you can speculate on that forever. Well, here we are. Sven is saying, no, he's not in a wheelchair. The man can walk. He can get up. Now, he's claimed that he had trouble walking and he's in bed for days and all this kind of stuff. But wait until you hear that. I mean, it's crazy. All right, keep playing.
Man, I'm not some Talmudic liar.
Of course.
I'm a little peeved, as you can understand.
Well, I understand, yeah.
Stuck in some shithole cunt. Well, you know where I'm at, so.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking hot. I want to go home. That's all I want to do now. You know?
it's a desert. Tucson is a really shitty place. Lots of crime. Lots of niggas.
I know. Sucks. I want to get
terrible.
the fuck out of here, but I gotta wait. He booked me. He can brag about his fucking bookings, but he booked me one of the fucking shittiest flights ever. Tomorrow I got a 10-hour goddamn layover in New York City.
Jesus Christ, dude. What do you pay for that? Like $600 to get you back to Netherlands? A 10-hour layover? How many connections do you have to make?
2.
That's not too bad.
It's gonna suck. Yeah, but yeah. What else did he say? Did he say? Was he like? Because here's what I think is gonna happen now. He's gonna fucking ghost me probably.
Right.
Until I have to get on my fucking plane like a bitch ass faggot pussy. And then next show he's gonna run his mouth like a Talmudic little fucking. You know.
He's gonna be, Sven came here, he got drunk, he was very belligerent, he was trying to he had an agenda to try and get me.
That type of shit.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen probably.
Definitely. He's definitely gonna throw you under the bus for why that show went so wrong in his eyes. I thought it was great entertainment, but like, you haven't been on the show for 3 years. The last Sven week was almost exactly 3 years ago. It was like late August.
It was like 2019 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to go last year. We decided to do it, but then COVID and shit happened.
Yeah, right.
And, yeah, I mean, everything was fucking fine until he switched on the cameras. And then, I mean,
Really?
he put so much fucking weight on himself. He thinks it's such an important thing that he's doing. I'm like, shut the fuck up, have some fun, and give a fuck.
Yeah, it used to be more fun as a laid-back kind of fuck-around show. Let's watch some idiots on the screen. Now he's got it, I don't know, too produced, but not enough in some ways.
He can continue to keep putting that much pressure on himself. Probably not going to end well.
Yeah.
For him.
Do you think he's afraid to say now? Do you think he's gone soft?
Well, here's the thing. I freely talk to you if you could tell me, give me your goy prom.
Did you say pause?
Oh no, I should have said those.
I can turn up online anywhere.
I promise.
Well,
It's just you and me.
okay, good. I trust you. What do you need to know?
Well, like, do you think, so from as a listener perspective, like, it feels like Jules has a huge problem with the way the show was ran, and she's kind of changed it. Do you think he's gone soft, or do you think he's, like, afraid of getting canceled? Like, you even said, I've been more canceled, I'm more, you know, my Patreon's gone, all that shit is gone.
Yeah, he hasn't been fucking canceled.
No.
But listen, first of all, Jules is a very nice, innocent girl.
Okay.
Just means she tries to do her best, and every fucking turn she's getting yelled at. Like, that girl is a saint as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he definitely yells at her a lot.
Yeah. Is that a good look?
No, not at all.
In my opinion.
So you think he's just, like, so uncomfortable with the way that you were because he's afraid of getting canceled now that he has, like, I don't know, this big new studio and...
Listen, I'm not sure. Listen, first of all, I got so belligerently drunk, I barely remember half of what
Okay.
show that was.
Yeah.
I don't know where every time we went on break, I got a talking to, not to mention Jews, by the way.
That's what I figured. Not to mention Jews. Wow.
Yeah, that's why I got pissed. That's what I yelled at him for.
Yeah. These Talmudic tricks, subversions.
I mean, that's really what happened. He told me not to talk about Jews, and then I went on talking about Jews. I don't remember, and then we went to break again. And he told me again not to talk about certain things, which, of course, I don't agree with.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you could tell that during the break, something happened. I thought Sven's definitely got a talking to. Like, the mood slowly changed whenever you guys came back from break. Mike was clearly getting more and more pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I can't fucking barely remember any of it.
Yeah.
I just want to go home, and, I mean, here's the thing. It's massive.
So we've got screenshots coming in from their Facebook group freaking out about this video, and it's so funny to see. Like, the reaction from the Redbar faithful is like, this is actually a bad look for the guy sharing it. Yeah, good take. Okay. I mean, you have to understand, Sven is friends with Mike. He's mad right now because he's drunk and because he was disrespected live on a show for 8 hours. For 8 hours. The show apparently ended, they had like a little fight, and then Mike drives him back to the hotel room in silence, and now the next day, he's stuck in America, in this hotel room, in fucking Arizona, or wherever, being ghosted by his friend, his supposed friend. He's just looking for somebody, he doesn't realize he's being recorded, he's just dumping this out on somebody who will listen. And by the way, I see in the chat, they say the meat scraps are going to get scarce. Let's not forget, we are talking about a guy who bragged on his show that he found out a way to get meat scraps for free, which isn't good. Okay, go ahead. Play!
Complete disrespect. Because here's the thing, the last time I was in contact with him yesterday, he was sick. His sickness returned, so he was in bed. And today I messaged him, hey, what's up? What's the plan? Barely get any sleep, going back to sleep. Jules not reacting to any of my messages.
Jesus.
And I'm just being fucking ghosted, basically.
Yeah.
My flight tomorrow, which is massively disrespectful.
Huge. So this is your last night in town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm leaving, thank fucking Christ.
And I happen to know, but he's like 5 minutes away from you, not even like a long walk. Like, you could walk over there. It's not like you're on the other side of town. Like, that's so disrespectful. That's a horrible way to be.
Yeah, but you know who the guy is.
Yeah. Well, is he really Jewish?
What the fuck are you saying?
Mike the
fucking obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
I just gotta say this now because I seen a couple little comments in the chat here about this. I've seen Redbar retards coping about this, saying, "Is this even really him? Look, this is him. It is unmistakable. There's only one guy that sounds like Sven Stoffels, and it's Ryan Katsu Rivera because he does a very good impression. But even his impression isn't as close as this. Like, yes, it's him. Is this real? Are you kidding me? What do you think?
Are you sure it's not Mr. Bally song?
Well, okay, there is two guys that sound like Sven. That's right. I forgot that we have our own Sven now. That we stole our own Sven from Revenge of the Sis. So, yeah, this is real. And the only thing I can think that they might mean by that is like, do you think this is like a bit they set up? It's a 53-minute long phone call that involves an actual hotel clerk or whatever, the front desk person, and the stuff he said, like, all right, let's walk through the motions of this being fake for just a second so you can see how stupid an idea that is. If this is fake, like, let's say they set up, Mike is actually in Sven's ear going, okay, and then what I want you to do is tell him that, things about my personal life and my wife and that I wear diapers. He could come out tomorrow and do a show for 8 hours singing as much Kanye as he wants and going, ha-ha, look everyone, actually, it was a joke. So now we think he wears diapers. It's too late. You roll around in shit and then you come on air and go, I was just pretending to be retarded. That doesn't work. So let's say this is fake. You'd have to be a retard to believe that. To even consider the notion. I'm sorry to the people in chat who have even considered that notion. You are retarded. But let's pretend for a second that we're as Down syndrome as those people. Okay. And you would be a diaper-wearing retard just for even pretending to do something like this.
I wish I was that retarded.
I'm starting to increasingly see it.
You just see it now, like...
Tricks.
Yeah. You see those Jewish tricks. Did he really tried to make you shit in like a public restroom after a long ass flight?
No.
No, that was a joke.
Probably. When did he do it? Did he say that on the show?
You were saying that on the show.
Wait,
That
wait,
the first day.
We've got it coming in now that now this stream has been shared. You can see the viewer count is going up a little bit right now. Welcome everyone to the Diaper Watch. It's real. Here's your guy. He wears I was right. He wears diapers. Okay. Listen. I'll be honest. The diaper part is at the very end of this call, so I don't want to reveal.
Can't make this shit up.
Huh? What?
I said you can't make this shit up.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this. Actually, I did make this up. I made this up a year ago. It just turns out I was right. I made it up and then it became true. That's the power of Dear God magic. I'm sorry, Redbar people. I'm so sorry. This is the man you chose. Okay? This
Got
is.
gussied.
You got gussied real good. So, I don't know. It's fine. He's a funny guy. Funny guy. Loves H3H3. He's a big fan. I'm sorry. This has got to feel so bad if you're a Red Bar fan, because if you really like Red Bar, seeing somebody make fun of him has got to feel like somebody, beating up your grandma. You're constantly watching him sing to himself while he's cold in Arizona. Like, that's a crazy look to be wearing a sweater in the summer in Arizona. So he's sitting there freezing. This is like going up to the grandma from the dinosaurs and pulling off her glasses and punching her in the face and saying, ha ha, you shouldn't. Of course she shits in a diaper. She's 100. I know this feels bad, but listen, everybody's got to take their lumps, okay? Play!
Here, you wanted to, I think maybe in the studio or in his apartment, you had to go take a shit, and he said go across the street.
I tried to take a shit in the studio, but I couldn't because it was constipated.
Oh, okay. But he wouldn't let you use the bathroom? Was that real?
What, do you think I'm going to be stopped from using the bathroom?
No, you said you ended up trying to anyway, but was Mike really like,
please don't use my studio, don't funk up my studio bathroom as a gag.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So what is this group chat that he's in with? Who is in that group chat?
So I don't want to expose myself, but it's the PIs. What used to be fucking Deader and Danny Woodward, but it's like Xander's there, Connor Biscaculus.
These are all just Red Bar fans. They're the guys who just tuned in. That's the
Brand
main
Mueller. What's that?
And I like Xander too.
Yeah. They're all good guys.
What is the vibe in there? Do people trust? What is happening? What's going on in that? What is the vibe in there?
As far as attitudes to you or Mike?
Yeah, both of those things.
Well, Mike's in there, so it's obvious dick sucking.
Yeah.
To him.
But I assume you guys talk outside of those groups as well.
Privately, they all tend to think Mike is a bitch, that his comeback is,
Gay.
Yeah, he can only manage, an episode every 2 weeks or so, and they're all kind of pissed, and he's very, scatterbrained, he might, in an 8-hour show, it doesn't matter how long you go, but he might get to, 3 show nights and not even finish. You saw how long it took to finish anything that you guys were talking about.
Here's what Mike thinks. That Mike thinks that I somehow need him or something. I've never asked Mike for money. I've never been on his paywall. That's purposefully so.
Uh-huh.
And but that's fucking saved me from some lawsuits as well. Thank Christ.
Yeah.
Mike seems to think that I need him, but I don't fucking need Mike.
Yeah, you forged your own
people and working on some great big fucking projects.
We got Lossless himself in the chat. He says it's easier to hear in the original video. Yeah, I know. We're in a we're in a shoestring budget here right now when it comes to trying to make this happen. But there's Lossless if you want to go check it out without my dumb commentary over top. in the chat room. And there was something else I saw that I wanted to address real quick. Oh, Sven's feelings are hurt and that he's not a part of the group chat. That is a big part of this, is that you can tell Sven keeps talking because everything he, like, what keeps making the conversation go is he's like prodding about this secret chat. I don't know if this secret chat is even real. I think this guy might have made it up. And to be honest, I don't know if it's Lossless is the guy who shared this video, who made this video. I don't know if that's him calling. I said it was him earlier. For all I know, it's Sam Roberts from Jim and Sam. I think that actually might be who's doing the calling. It's a word on the street is people are out there saying that it's Sam from Jim and Sam. So it's impossible to know for sure. But yeah, Lossless, if you want to confirm or deny whether that's you, I don't know your voice or nothing. But anyway, this is an amazing call. Keep it playing.
Way, way, way bigger than Mike.
Yeah.
And I'm making, like, I could have easily paid for this shitty hotel he put me in. I'm not gonna fucking say no to that.
Oh, wait, hang on,
I got some reverse tell me this.
Sorry. I know that's quick. This is bad. They're actually, I used to say that he's got a crap bag, and Jules would. You guys remember what she would do? She would
go under the table.
She'd go under the table.
She'd eat his poo.
She'd eat it. She'd use her mouth. Now this is bad. Now that we know that what I was saying was basically true, they're apparently calling her Jules Felcher. That's not good. This is the word. That's word on the street.
Felcher.
That's word on the street. You don't want that. You don't want your wife's name. You don't want her to have a nickname at all. You don't want the internet to have a nickname for your wife. But word on the street is, and this isn't coming from me, I wouldn't say this. Word on the street is they're calling her Jules Felcher now. All right, hit play.
If he wants to start a war, I mean, listen, I'm just going out for worst case scenario. He might be too pussy, but he's probably going to throw me under the bus. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that he probably wants to distance himself. Like, you could tell that, he wasn't. I mean, whenever he'd give you a plug for Sven streams, it'd be like, watch him draw Hitler 1,000 times. Watch him draw a racist shit.
That was the whole thing. That was the whole thing from the beginning.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh, China job, and you were drained, and then that. And what I was doing at that moment, I was just biting my tongue and kind of like, here's the thing, when you do a show like that, you do try and kind of go with the flow, and you kind of let him do the lead and all that stuff, until, of course, it went off the rails.
Yeah.
Because if I would have even slightly put a diss back at him during that fucking lead up, that would have, like, upsetting King Joffrey, you know what I'm saying? That would have,
exactly
spiraled the whole thing out of this, it's like placating to the little bitch boy Saya, the latchkey boy, and in the hopes that he would get into a better mood, which sort of happened, I guess. But yeah, for me it was very uncomfortable, did not have any fun, decided that I felt in that first hour, and maybe I'm overreacting, I felt like I might have been even justified in getting the fuck up and walking off.
Yeah, I mean, totally. I thought that's what would happen during some of those breaks.
No, I wasn't going to walk off. I was going to stick it out.
Yeah, no.
But
your class act.
I told him, if you think anybody's going to sit there in that guest chair and work with you again, you fucking... I really yelled at him.
Really?
I really yelled, and he just sat there and took it like a quiet little bitch boy.
Holy shit.
At the hotel like a bitch fucking taxi driver.
Was there a word said in the car?
Like a bitch taxi driver. So imagine that. Like, we've all been in that scenario, whether it was like a relationship or, your parents or something, where you're in trouble or they're in trouble, you're mad, and you're just having that quiet car ride, okay? Now imagine that's happening with Grandma Redbar. Little tiny grandma. She's sitting there. You can smell her diaper, by the way. She smells like Lena Dunham. Grandma Redbar's driving you back to your hotel, and you're just thinking, like, I can't believe I'm stuck here for 2 more days. oh, fuck this shit, fuck. And you just screamed at a Jewish man the K slur over and over again. I just really get a delight out of imagining this quiet car ride. I really want you to close your eyes and picture yourself there for this moment. These guys have been friends for years and years and years at this point, and it's all just falling apart here in front of our eyes. It's truly a magical moment. Now, we're coming up to something. This is why I want to play the whole thing. You really got to hear it all, because I know there's people out there who are going to say it's fake. There's dumb people like that. So if really all I want to do is play the very end for you, because the very end's the great part. But there is this great little chunk in the middle here where we're going to find out Sven's working with a new guy. And I don't know much about this new guy, but they're working on a project together. And something about this project sounds oddly familiar to me. Hit play.
Just yelled at him the whole time and until he dropped you off.
In the studio, and then we left.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to, like, go back. How disrespectful was that shit that he brought up about, like, you were saying that you've gone on to work with some big names and good people. When he, like, wanted you to, like, denounce Gas Digital, and, like, that was a paying gig. I don't think Mike has ever, like...
I'm not denouncing that.
No.
Fuck him.
Dude, it ruined your opportunities.
This is one of Mike's fucking... again, and by the way, some other big names, some people that I work with, they noticed this dude. They call him the Daddy Deep Pockets.
Okay.
He really values flaunting his wealth now, right?
Yeah.
So, that is why he told you guys about the hotel.
Yeah. Flaunting. King Mike.
What was they fucking talking about just now?
Oh, like,
So he'll do like, will you denounce them and I will pay you the amount? That's horse shit, you know? See, that's a bit. People always, like, autistic listeners fall for that bullshit. Mike is the king of lofty promises that will never be kept. And it's not even a promise, it's just full lie.
yeah, there's no way he's going to give you $6,000.
Mike, okay, so I told Louis to fuck off. Where's my money? You go, fuck you, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
You think there's nothing real coming out of that mouth.
Exactly.
Not understanding this.
Exactly. Yeah.
It just occurred to me how this phone call actually, because, like, obviously it's got to be bullshit that he's part of this secret chat thing. And it's so funny because they keep talking about, Sven keeps talking how, he loves to flaunt his wealth. That's why he told you about what hotel I'm staying. He's staying at like a Days Inn or something, Holiday Inn Express or Red Roof Inn or something. And it's something you wouldn't put your grandma up at. And it just now occurred to me, you know what? I'm guessing the way he found Sven is it just occurred to him like, Sven's got to be staying in a hotel somewhere. What's nearby? And he probably just called every hotel near where Mike David lives and went, I'm looking for right? And we're just hearing the one that was the hit.
This is the Mersh Airbnb strat.
Yes, exactly. Doesn't it feel pot awfully? That's why I had to share this whole thing, because it's like, we've done this. Like, we have absolutely hurt people in this way. This is stalking. It's a crime. We're watching cybercrime. It's thrilling. All right, hit play.
Yeah, he's never going to pay you $6,000. And, like, when I heard that, you did... I mean, I don't want to assume, but, like, you did so much work as a fan, like, all those animations. He probably never paid you, like, anything like Gas Digital was paying. The shirts, the animations.
That was sort of like...
We're finally, I was waiting for this, because you see the viewers are going up. We're getting the Redbar people in here, and I've been waiting for one of these. I'm just going to do this one time, because this is how you shut down Redbar from now on. Okay? Anyone who's a fan of Redbar, this is how you shut them down from now on. So we're just going to address this one comment, and then we're just going to keep enjoying our cybercrime here. Timmy T in the chat says, Jesse, you really suck at this. That may be true. In fact, it's probably correct. But just an hour ago, I managed to take a shit inside of a toilet. Okay, that's what we hear from now on when a Red Bar fan says anything about anything. You don't get to have your culture of critique anymore. You don't get to sit. You're not elevated. You're not above H3 or Mike Maljack, who's somebody else that they cover. I don't even know anymore what they talk about on that show anymore. You're not above any of these when your guy poops in a diaper. So we just need to say that one time, and then from now on, when we see these comments in our heads, we just hear. See, he's still commenting. Feel free to type that into chat back at. I think it's PBBDDTTFFFFFPBDTFG. Hit play. Thank you.
Design, honestly. I've never asked for anything. So
Right.
Nothing to blame there.
No, I get that. But yeah, for him to ask you publicly, like put you on the spot like that and like ruin future work with them is just so bullshit. Yeah, I mean, he totally was trying to control the situation. Like he didn't want another fart in his face. Can I ask you about that the last Sven week? Do you remember that when you farted in his face?
Yes, I do remember that.
Do you know that he copyright strikes any clip of that goes out? Yes. I've been striked like 2 or 3 times. I've lost a channel over it. He tries to erase any video of the fart. He deletes them for the DVG. Like,
I didn't know that.
King Mike cannot be caught looking foolish. I was hoping you'd do something like that. I know you tried to get him to kiss your hand. But like
it might have happened if he would have let this go on longer. I would have fucking punched his fucking. Now here's the thing, dude. Mike is a frail skeleton. Like if you know Mike as close as I do now. Listen, here's the thing. I care about Mike. Like he is like a family member to me. I genuinely care about him. I was genuinely worried about him.
Yeah.
All that shit. But I feel like, but then you do all this stuff and you get disrespected. Like, he thinks he does a lot for me, but that's just monetarily now he pays for a hotel. He thinks that is...
Yeah, flies you out, puts you up in a hotel.
Behavior.
Well, Jews, they think money, buys you, like, to treat someone like shit.
Them separating from their shekels is one of the hardest things for them to do.
And it feels like he can just treat you like shit, like a slave, like you're here, my guest, and I'm not gonna see you. Fuck you.
There is a part like I said, I care about him, and he's very sick and frail with lesions. He's like, this fucking guy's not gonna make this. Jesus, like, I'm not worried about it.
The man has lesions. He's wearing. That's terrible. That's horrible. But he is wearing a sweater in summer in Arizona because he's covered in sores, scabs, scars, if you will. I mean, does it sound at all like anything possibly he's made fun of others for ever at all? A little bit? I don't know. If you can't laugh at this, fine. That's fine. You're just wrong. You're just wrong, because this is a poopy pants man covered in scars. I'm sorry, you'd laugh if it was Anthony Cumia that was being spoken about here. You'd laugh if it was anybody else. But instead, you're crying. It's tears. And we're having to see those tears typed out into the chat. But all we're hearing is, Jules, cut my diaper! Ooh. Okay.
Like, I'd snap him in fucking half. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Twice his fucking size.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not threatened by him physically. I'm not threatened by him verbally. I just get very annoyed by...
Sorry. Somebody, Mike West, who I know, I've seen Mike comment on things before. I remember Mike says, we're ripping on the dude for being sick. I want to be very clear. Whatever he's got, whether even if it is just all in his head, and I know a lot of people just joined, they have no idea what's going on. I can't go back and explain all this to you. I will say, my audio is very bad. I am not even the one streaming this right now. That's a whole other thing. Just watch back from the beginning. This is all in his head, even, I would like this sickness, this illness must be awful. What a terrible place to be in. So when Mike West says, are we ripping on him for being sick? Absolutely, yes, 100%. It's very funny. He poops himself. He wears a diaper. Diaper, wah, baby, poo-poo head. Do we all understand? Are we on the same page now?
Yeah, but your brother is dead, Jesse.
Diaper, wipey, oh yeah, I saw that one too. Some guy said, I've got a dead brother. Diaper, wipey, poo-poo head. Yep. Yeah. Yes, that is what we're laughing at. Play.
And trickery, you know what I'm saying? And especially when it's directed my fucking way. And here's the thing, if he has a problem with me, and that's what I'm going to message him in a bit, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting, I gave myself, I gave him a little time frame.
Yeah.
I'm going to message him, because he's ghosting me. If there's a problem, I'm still here, you can talk to me about it face to face, and you're not going to mention me on the fucking, on your little fucking show back to the grass while I'm not there to defend myself.
Yeah.
And then that would be enough of a warning. If he still does that, then I'm fucking done with him.
Well said.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're totally within your right. I mean, I just think it's ridiculous. You're like 5 minutes away that, like, even if he's sick and not feeling good, you guys can hang out in his condo, watch shit, you know?
I know.
It's so disrespectful. He's definitely ghosting you.
Like, I mean, ghosting, I wouldn't even do it to a fucking bitch, like a girl I'm dating for
It's a very bitch move.
Would have to respect to break up face to face.
Yeah, yeah.
This is massively disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
We'll see what happens.
Leaving you, like, semi-stranded in Arizona. Is he going to take you to the airport, or are you just going to, like, say fuck it and get an Uber?
He was supposed to, but no, I'm gonna get like a $200 cab to the fucking airport tomorrow.
Jesus.
Yep, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so happy when I'm fucking home and I'm never traveling to the goddamn USA. I can say that.
Well, say that you went to the armpit of the Southwest for sure.
God damn. Yeah. But okay, why do you think he picked this place?
Okay, tell me. Because, like, that's where fucking Todd Detter lived.
Everything's out of fear. It's out of fear.
Out of fear? Okay.
Everybody here, he's not gonna run into any. Like, listen, okay, so he thinks what he does. He takes it so fucking seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to me, the internet is, it's a fake reality, right? And I think most people think that way, right? But he thinks he's such a force to be reckoned with. That's what he's told himself. He sort of started to believe in his online persona.
Mm-hmm.
And he really thinks he's going to run into somebody who's going to kill him. Now, okay, there was that Sam Tripoli moment. I mean, that's like a genuine schizophrenic.
Yeah. Unhinged.
You need to imagine that you're talking shit about everybody all day long, and then you're too scared to leave the house. That was the case in Chicago. He never left the house.
Right.
And that remains to be the case right here.
Yeah.
This big, dangerous online guy, the only thing that's feeding him is the naive people that believe he's some sort of righteous character. But it's a very sad story if you see it somewhere close by, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
There's a patheticness to it, honestly.
Yeah, super pathetic.
Be completely alone, and
well, they just like watch YouTube all day, you know. No friends. You move to.
He literally watched all of H3's episodes while he was sick, and I told him, like, dude, that is something with this making you sick.
Yeah. Exactly.
Making you sick.
Like, you're past the point where you're consuming it ironically. You're like, now you're enjoying H3 and it's poisoning you.
Yeah, you live in this gilded cage now. Like, you're obviously, finally, it's giving you some success.
Uh-huh.
But ultimately, listen, to me, I'd never be interested in doing what Redbar does.
Right.
It was never my aspiration to be like a full-time co-host or something like that. I just used to believe in sort of like the righteous thing behind it, and it was funny, of course.
Uh-huh.
But it's ultimately reactionary, right? That's as an artist, you don't want to be reactionary. You want to look within and create. It's a creative force. It's different than reaction. Reaction is the antithesis to creation.
Right.
That's a glorified reaction channel. That's what it is. It's, that is what it is.
Yeah, now it's just now reacting to YouTubers, like, I don't know. I think he's wanting to go after bigger targets, but, like, yeah, it's just a drama channel now. Like, he's totally inspired by Keemstar and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's sort of organically morphed into that, but yes, he is clout chasing, stepping the ladder, going after Mike Maljack, hoping that he will reach that level eventually. It's a parasitic style of clout chasing. That's what it fucking is. That's zero interest in it. It's not admirable to me at all.
Exactly. Well, you create, do a bunch of cool drawings. Yeah, it's amazing that he won't even let people see, like, a picture of him. He totally controls his image. That's, clear from your visit that, like, he didn't want you upstaging him. Like, seeing on video when you gave him the cigar prank, how fucking uncomfortable he was.
Why?
Doing something that wasn't planned in the show notes, it used to be a...
That really was it. Here's the thing, too, by the way. So that's what I was saying when I talk about he's ruled by fear, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, he is completely, he has, like, attachment, like, he needs to hold and rule with an iron fist, and everything needs to go by his plan that he has, right? But if you do a show with a co-host, you introduce another...
So, I just want to point out, like, now what's going to happen is, and we're already starting to see it, but I just want to explain that this will continue happening, this will snowball as this gets a little bit bigger. Somebody, David in the chat says, this is devastating. How will Mike recover from this? The answer is he won't. I know you're being sarcastic, David, but you can't recover from being a diaper man. That you never come back from that.
And what would the move even be?
What would the move be? Listen, if he had to wear diapers for a month, I'd maybe give it to him. A month. Now, you would absolutely receive adult baby diaper lover type jokes. Like, jokes would be made, but you wouldn't necessarily be diaper man forever. Like, there would have to be some making fun of. You'd have to make fun of yourself. You'd have to come on air and go, guys, shout outs, I'm wearing Pampers. You would have to do that. That's the only way you can get away with that. You're not permanently a diaper man. But from what we understand, he's a perma diaper baby. So that's not going away. So you don't recover from that. But here's what we're going to see. As this snowballs, we're going to see people who yesterday were fans of and friends of and liked Sven Stoffels. They're going to start saying he was never good and they never liked him and his animations are bad and his little drawings are bad. We're going to see a lot more of that. Actually, Sven was always gay. That's going to be the reaction for this. So when you see someone say, I never liked Sven anyway, yesterday they did. So this is when I see a question like, or a sarcastic remark like, how will he ever recover? Why is there a before and an after time if this isn't as bad as I think it looks? There's a clear line of demarcation in people's minds. When this changes the way, either this changes the way you look at Mike, or this changes the way you look at Sven, only one group of those people are correct. And it ain't the people who are changing their minds about Sven. Sven can draw the same today as he could draw yesterday. If yesterday you were watching his streams and today you were denouncing him, you feel bad for Grandma Redbar. Hit play.
Free will to the format. This path that you have envisioned that this show should be on, this rails, is going to immediately be blanched off as soon as you put another person in it. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to stay on the fucking path. There's going to be branching paths. And if you can't roll with the punches, go with the flow, be like the water. Right? If you can't do that, then, yeah, you're going to get frustrated.
Yeah.
You will get frustrated. So yeah, he got mega frustrated just by somebody else being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I thought it was a funny prank. Oh, they're smoking cigars.
Smoked all the cigars without me.
Stupid fucking thing. That thing costs a lot of fucking money.
Really?
I wanted to buy 2 penis-shaped cigars. Turns out there's no such thing. So if you are an entrepreneur,
make it.
That because it's a big gap in the market. But
okay.
To get 2 penis-shaped cigars, there's no such thing. I find a funny, stupid 1960s penis cigar gag. I thought we could have a good laugh. We could laugh at the cigar smokers.
Yeah.
He was completely couldn't go with it, hated it. Like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Like, I was like, even this you can't? Like, I'm trying to be a yes-ander here. Like,
yes, and.
The fucking program, but he was constantly being negative.
Well, he's always doing some sort of, like, visual gag, buying some shit off Amazon and, like, doing something like that. So it was right up the alley, but, like, I guess that he thought that, you know, it made him look like a fool. Like, now he's holding a penis, well, you know.
I mean, it sort of was. We can't just laugh at yourself a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. He takes himself so seriously. His ego is just, you know, out of fucking control.
Yeah, well,
can I just ask you this?
I'll tell you honestly, I'm sort of over this whole fucking Redbar shit.
Really? I mean, I think I am too. I stopped subbing to the Scars Club, which now he'll out you on the show, like, oh, Jacob Scott, so-and-so, stop paying for Scars.
He does that?
Oh, yeah, like 2 episodes ago, he was like, Jacob Scott, you're no longer subbed to Scars Club. We're going to have problems. Yes.
Oh, my God.
Or it's anyone that, like, interacts with him in the BBG that he doesn't like, and then he'll go look up in his little files, like, is this guy still subbed? Oh, no, his sub lapsed in, like, October. I'm going to out him on the show.
Okay, so listen, here's the thing, right? I understand listeners, they want a lot of drama and stuff like that. I honestly don't want that. I don't want to be, like a host for a parasite to feed off of and make content off of. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly would rather this just blow off and not mention anything, and then just have a peaceful separation.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
That's what I hope for. But we'll see what happens, because obviously I can't. If he starts shitting on me on the show or something like that, I obviously can't let that go. But you know. We'll see. I hope not, because I don't have the fucking energy. I want to have a fun time, you know what I'm saying?
You don't want to do a podcast war?
Got a question in the chat from Mr. Burgers. The actual original Mr. Burgers says, who changes him? Now, no spoilers, but we will find out the answer to that. That is coming up. So stay tuned, okay? We got a lot of good stuff for you. And, you know, I think I found a really great way to maybe end this one as well. So, all right, hit play.
Lame.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to react. I don't want to have to be back and forth where we're fighting over it. I'm fucking... He's 40 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's fucking stupid. Too old for that shit. Can I just ask you one more question? So... moving to Arizona.
Nothing better to do. I'm sitting here alone,
You're
lonely.
just
You know, it's
fucking stuck in Tucson. How are you? This is not my question, but like, how are you eating? Like,
oh, right now? Oh no, listen. I've been here today. I knew it was gonna fucking ghost me from the get go. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That was gonna happen again today. So
right.
I just went by the fucking pool until it got too hot. And I went inside, and I just thought, I always wanted to try. Listen, in the Netherlands, we only have... Listen, I've been eating so fucking healthy for, like, the past half year, working out, tight fucking fitness regime.
Right.
So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pig out, and I wanted to try some of these fast food chains that you guys have. Because in the Netherlands, you only have McDonald's, Subway, KFC, and Burger King.
Right. Okay.
So, and you always hear Americans talking about, oh, Chick-fil-A it is, and Wendy's, and that. I never had any of that. So I ordered a bunch of that crap.
Yeah.
A burger of each. So I'm just been sitting here.
So you're just sitting there sampling greatest fast food chains?
Yes.
Well, that is what America is known for. So you're taking in the local experience.
Yeah, I'm taking in the American culture.
American way.
You know, I noticed that they had on the websites when you order on the Uber Eats, it says, beverages by the gallon. This is really over the line.
This is too, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And I'm actually glad you called because I was fucking bored of just not talking and sitting here.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you for answering. I'm sorry if I creeped you out.
There's a question that creepily called my cell phone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry to creep you out.
This is great. All right, so I got some inside scoop here. So this is sent to me. This is from the Redbar fan club on Facebook. It's the post. I guess Sven was on August 28th, so it was a little while ago now. And we've got the comments from when he was on. All right? So let's just take note of some of the names and the messages here and see how much people didn't like Sven a month ago. All right? This is an interesting little thing. Someone named Lawa Yi, yikes, how do you even have a fan named that, says, such a great show as always. It was an honor to be mentioned. That name was mentioned another time? How could it not be, I guess? Mike gave me a second chance. I'm so happy to not be letting him down. That's creepy and crazy. Gary Aldridge says, built my own shit shack pub, going to be watching on the... Okay, I don't know what that is. Here we go. Danny, D-A-N-I, Bitar, says, it was an amazing Sven week. Loved every second of it. Be on the lookout for when Danny decides that Sven was always bad. Cat Smith, really hoping there'll be a brutal H3 cartoon out of you two someday. Well, from what we're about to hear about Mike's love of H3, I doubt it. Jamie Tierney says, this ep rocked. Mike and Sven together is unrivaled. And that's a bond that can never be broken. What else we have here? Let's see any other good ones. Tim Adamson saying, despite Sven shilling the synagogue of Satan's narrative about Abrahamic religions, this was one of the greatest episodes. Very funny stories and jokes. Okay, we'll see how Tim feels now. Sven saying Sam Morrill was the second tower going down. Okay, he thought that was really funny. That's from Nolan Bryant. Nolan now thinks Sven is actually one of the least funny people he's ever heard and always hated Sven. Sven is actually it's Sven who wears diapers. Actually, that's according to Nolan Bryant. Let's see. A guy named Gerardo Arancibia Jr. What the hell? This guy, so Redbar is going out to Latin America now. Says, after last night's antics, I YouTubed more Sven and found a clip of him farting into our host's mic. The man is unhinged. Mike did not want you to see that, Gerardo. You're actually banned now. Sorry, you've been letting Mike down. You're going to have to do better. Brilliant episode, says Alexander. Alexander Marianov says that. Can we get Sven every 11 episodes, please? I will pay for his trip and expenses, says TJ Tolkendorf. Well, can somebody please check in with TJ and see if he's still willing to make that happen? I don't know if Sven's willing to do it, but I want to know if TJ still has the money to put up for it. Sven's appearance had Anne Frank rolling in her mass grave, says Jack Bologna. Okay, so we got, you get it. There's a lot of clips, a lot of comments saying Sven is good and funny. And now, not so much. Okay, hit play.
Out. I'm glad we got to have this chat.
I'm not creeped out. It takes a lot more to creep me out. I can hear you're a good goy man.
Total goy.
The heart in the right place.
Exactly.
And we will see where this goes. And hopefully, maybe you can steer the tenure a little bit, maybe.
Of course, guys. Do some behind the...
want to address our friend Mike West in the chat again here. He says, Jesse, man, you got to wait for the Sven hate to start. Haha, you're doing this prematurely. Number one, no, I'm not. I've already seen it. But number two, yeah, some people would say I was a little premature saying Mike poops himself a year ago. But you see where that got us. I don't feel like waiting. They're saying I'm a little too stoked for this in the chat room. This is incredible. How is this not... Of course I'm stoked for this. Listen, I also haven't done a show in fucking forever. I'm stoked for anything, all right? I'm dying to do shows. This is just something I had to do this. I was forced to do this by outside forces unseen. You know, there's some sort of man hunched over pulling my strings right now, rubbing his hands together. I can't explain it, but it's Abrahamic. Play.
Scenes. I mean, I'll tell you that, like, behind Mike's back, they, like, hate the show now.
Yeah.
And all that.
I noticed some of that.
I mean, the year break is, like, they were, like, okay with it. I was, too. I mean, I was getting a little antsy, but then, like, he came back pretty good, but now it's, like, 2 weeks between shows. Everyone hates karaoke.
That is so gay, the karaoke with it. And by the way, also, I haven't listened to a Redbar episode for fucking months.
Really?
I was completely tapped out. I listened to the last 3 ones just to sort of know what was going on, sort of.
The latest.
Fucking paying attention to any of that shit. I didn't stand to sit there 8 hours listening to a fucking cock stroking his own ego.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's, well, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to fucking, here's the thing, I don't want to destroy him again. You know, I feel slighted by this shit. I feel disrespected.
Yeah, it's super disrespectful. Like, you're well within your right to feel that.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's many people that say that, by the way.
What's that?
There's a lot of people that say that, by the way.
That you were disrespected?
Yeah, so that was disrespected from the beginning of that show. And
yeah,
I think even Jules sort of like the day, because I was messaging with Jules after the show, like, fuck this, like, I have a mega bad feeling about this, that was horrible. And she was saying, no, Mike is always like this, he's such a man, just give him some time, he's going to sleep now, he'll be... You know, so even she sort of knows.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a... I'm not saying Mike actually does, but that sounds like a beaten, abused woman, you know, apologizing for her husband.
Yeah, she probably feels super bad about him ghosting me, and I've messaged her, and she's ghosting me too, and that's not by her choice. It's
yeah.
He's told her, you don't message him back, or you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's whatever. Let's fucking go. But.
Oh, I just wanted to circle back. So the question I was going to ask, so when he moved to Arizona, do you think... Okay, so the rumor that was going around, and maybe you know inside information, Harley was saying that Mike wanted money from Harley, like, to take a sizable loan. He's going to move out to Arizona, and, like, Harley's rich, or his family's loaded, or something. They own, I don't know, whatever.
Wait, who the fuck is Harley again? That big fat...
Yeah, the big fat cowboy guy that ran around with Todd. Deader.
Wait, don't they hate each other?
Well, Harley hates Mike now because of whatever happened with Todd.
Yeah. Well, Todd was fucking weird schizo.
Psycho. She hated him the whole time, and it was Todd and Harley are, you know, best friend, childhood friends. So there was a rumor going around that Mike wanted to, like, take a loan from Harley or just straight out get some money. And that's why he moved to Arizona, or, like, he was hoping to get some of Harley's money, and that's why he was nice to him, and, like, to get a sizable loan or some sort of cash flow infusion to do this studio and stuff. Do you know anything about that, or this is all? No.
I didn't tell anything about that.
Okay. Do you know if any... Well, I guess I forget the timeline. Do you think... When he moved to Arizona, do you think any of those Arizona guys, like Danny Woodward, Xander, Todd, Harley, do you think they visited him in AZ before? No. I don't think anybody visited him. Okay. And Mike is a recluse. He's a hermit. Just a total hermit. Yeah, I mean, that's what I figured.
Listen, I've been here for 2 days. I'm fucking tanned as fuck. Mike comes out only when the sun comes out. He shuffles to his car. That's it.
Like an old woman. He may go to the mall once every...
We were supposed to go shooting and shit, all these lofty promises.
Uh-huh.
I was actually looking forward to shooting some guns. None of that happened. And it's not happening now. Fucking cocksucker.
Fucker. So he has guns?
He has a ton of guns now.
Really?
And then, by the way, here's something that he doesn't know yet. But I just sat there cocking a shotgun to start the beat of a song I put on, and I fucking broke the thing. I broke the shotgun cock, and I put it back at the rack.
Well, we'll discover that at some point. When he goes to, you shoot Sam Tripoli, it's going to be...
Oh, yeah, we should give Sam Tripoli a hint that he doesn't have... His shotgun is going to be...
Hey, his shotgun is fucked.
My twins are going to be on that thing.
Oh, no!
Oh, fuck, I didn't think of that. Wait a fucking second, he gave me a bunch of guns to hold.
That's why he wanted those prints.
Oh, fuck.
So I just wanted to cut in real quick just to say this. It's a very simple thing. Mike, like, this is a guy who's sitting in a diaper the whole time, covered in sores, and he's still... Can we just give a round of applause for Mike David, though? Because a guy still willing to go on camera after all of that. I mean, this man's confidence is godless. Now, I don't know what that means. His confidence is godless. It's a phrase I borrowed from Francis Patrick Keevil, who is losing it in the chat right now, and also in the Redbar Facebook group, where he thinks he's safe, saying that my confidence is godless. What the fuck does that mean? Never even heard that phrase before. What? Anyway, Francis, you're spending your night defending your favorite internet man from a guy laughing at a diaper. I don't, think about what you're doing, but you could be so much better off than this. All right, sorry, hit play.
Hey, you're going to the Netherlands.
He might actually do that. But yeah, I bet there's a bunch of fucking little fucking Jewish scams that he does. Also, but when you go to a restaurant with him that's mega uncomfortable, he basically goes there not to enjoy the food.
There's a guy named Brian Ram Shackelford in their Facebook group, and he says, and I think he's being serious here. He says, that was a HIPAA violation for Sven to share that. He's going to be dragged through the courts. Well, anal, but I don't think that's right. All right, play.
But to be a critic of food.
Really?
Uncomfortable, dude. And he'll, complain to he'll ask, this is off, it's not good. He'll become Gordon Ramsay, while you're eating, and he thinks that's impressive.
Oh, my God.
Mega uncomfortable. Ugh.
What a Karen. He's become like a Karen, like a old Jewish woman.
Yeah. Yep, well, I'm, completely honest with you, I was already tapped out of Redbar since last year.
Yeah.
This trip was planned last year around August or some shit.
Right.
Or March even. And then it was postponed until after the airports would open up again, and then when Mike started to feel better again. And so it was basically in the works. After now, I'm
just done.
Dude,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I think I didn't watch the last 2 episodes, but then I finally I would watch a little bit of live, maybe an hour or two, and then I could not get myself to tune in for 8 hours. So the last 2 or 3, I haven't watched, and it's oh, new show on. Yeah, I guess we'll check it out. All right, I'm tuning out. This sucks.
Yeah, but I'm not into it. You should come fucking join our Discord. That's a hip booming little club we got going on in there.
Okay, I will definitely. Is it on your site? Is there an invite link?
No, you got to send me an email or a DM or something. Yeah, DM me on Facebook. We'll send you an invite link.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So we got raided by a bunch of actual Nazi groups.
Okay, so you keep it pretty locked down. I got to give a big shout out to Salvopancakes. I mean, I know you mentioned him on the show, but to me, that's the new Redbar, and he's already on his YouTube live. He has more than Mike now.
Yeah,
not that matters, but
we're gonna do a project together.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna do a merch parody where I'm going to be drawing like big, fat, disgusting Ethan Klein.
Okay.
I'm going to do like you know how he exposed the plagiarized designs from H3's Petty Fresh?
Sorry. And actually, can you roll it back? Like, just click back like twice on the arrow, because I just talked over something I'm going to want to talk about in a second. But sorry, through all of the one little word got through, and this is just incredible. I have to read this comment. Again, it's going to sound very farty and poopy to most of you, but Dave got one through that's just killing me. He says, got that I'm constantly laughing tone all the time. A ginger goth geek with a stupid voice and a cocky attitude is cringe and awful like advertised. I think he's talking about me, but it's hard to tell because he called me ginger and goth. You think I'm ginger?
Yeah, Jesse Stiegel.
Have words just lost all meaning at this point? You know ginger means redhead, right? Like, what the fuck? Listen, I've been called a lot of things. In fact, I've been called all of those letters in a different order before, and I'm still more offended at ginger. Yeah, that was it. Thank you so much, Trevor. That was a lot of help. Ginger? Redhead? These guys can't see through their cloud of poop. All right, sorry, hit play.
Ethan Klein.
Okay.
I'm going to do like you know how he exposed the plagiarized designs from H3's Petty Fresh?
Yes, yeah.
So we're going to use those designs as a basis. We're going to make them like asymptomatic and shit.
That's great. And what was it? It was going to be called Teddy Fash.
Yeah, Petty Fresh.
Teddy Fash.
Isn't that hilarious? I mean,
that's great.
Look, here's the thing, right? So I like to do creative stuff like that. I bet you Mike will be like,
Pause. Anybody who watched Pod Awful ever heard that one before? Now this is incredible. Yeah, sounds a little familiar. Now
The
this is
clothing line of the Proud Boys.
well, okay. So I've done this joke twice already. By the way, 2 different episodes. This is nuts. And Stella, I'm going to send you something. Can you show this on screen? And then I've got another one. Just
Cut to this.
If you could, Stella, cut to this. Jules, if you could just show these two things on screen for me, that'd be incredible. So we did an episode, now, as you can see here, just leave that on screen for a second. We did an episode called Did Ethan Klein Kill Kids? Now, this is a joke I had made a million times before. I've been covering H3, by the way, for way longer than Redbar. Because Redbar, back when I was covering H3, didn't even talk about YouTubers. It wasn't until he started doing the Keemstar thing that he talked about, like, YouTube guys. And I had talked about him years ago, and I'd always made the joke that Hila probably murdered children when she was, a warrior for Israel. Now, I've been doing some research, and I don't remember why at the time H3 was coming up and like popping up in my feed a lot, but I've been following them, I've been doing the research, and I realized, like, oh, she has killed kids. Like, she actually murdered Palestinian children. This really happened. I found an interview where she's talking about, like, her excuse is always that she was basically just a secretary in the IDF or whatever. And it turns out that's not true, because she's in an interview explaining how she snuck into the Palestine parts of Israel with other soldiers and, like, watched people's heads get blown off and shit. It's like, well, you're with them. Who's blowing their heads off? What are you talking? Like, it's crazy. The interview's crazy. It's a great episode. Did Ethan Klein kill kids? Now, while I'm working on this episode, some episodes take months to make. Some of them spur of the moment, like what I'm doing right now. Some of them take a few days. I've been working on this episode for maybe a week or something, and it was either the day before or same day of the show, Sven actually, like, bizarrely, just maybe it was just one of those things where it was out in the zeitgeist at the time, and that's why I was doing the episode. Sven put out that cartoon of Hila murdering Palestinian kids. I'm like about to do the show and he puts that out. So I go, all right, I'm just going to put that in the episode. Like, I'm going to credit him and put it. He hates me. I know he hates me. But I'm putting it in the episode because it's going to seem like I covered this because this thing is out now. When in reality, I've got all of this stuff I've been working on for all this time. You know, I have all these like things set up for it. So I did. And part of it also was like I acted like, oh, our good friend Sven stuff. And I acted like we're good friends and stuff. Because I was baiting him into saying something about it. And of course it worked. Sven hates me. So I know for a fact Sven has seen this episode of the show because he commented on it somewhere. I don't remember if it was on Facebook and I saw it, or maybe he actually left a comment on the episode. This is the old YouTube channel. But he commented somewhere and said like, fuck that Jesse guy, I hate him. So now, keep in mind, Sven hates me because he thinks I copy Redbar or whatever, or he just hates me on behalf of Mike or whatever the reason is. I don't know, or he just hates me. I don't know. And then, which is fine. He doesn't like H3, and the reason he made fun of Hila as well. And one of the things he's talking about right now is how he's doing this clothing line where, because H3 stole copyrighted design. So they copy and they sell them through their clothing line Teddy Fresh. And in the episode, I know for a fact that Sven Stoffels saw, I did a bit where I sold this shirt under the name, and if you can show that other image now, Stella, under the name Teddy Fash. Now, it's hard to see, the logo's up there in the corner, but there you go. Teddy Fash, that's the logo up in the corner. The page is still working from when I was selling this shirt. Teddy Fash. Now the joke was that like no effort was put in. I'm literally just stealing their brand. So I'm being copied by a guy making fun of someone for copying who hates me because he thinks I copy. This is the world we live in. I'm gonna point to this for fucking whenever I gotta hear this copying shit. And even I'm getting tired of having to call this out. Like, at first it was kind of a joke, and then it got real, calling out these people for copying me all the time. Now I just don't even care anymore. But if Sven Stoffels, of all people, is going to do this... Now, he's selling these shirts with this guy, Salvopancakes, who I don't know. I think this guy knows me. I've never seen anything. For the brief period of time I wasn't banned from Post... P-O-A-S-T, Post. I got banned almost immediately. Some guy followed me on there, and it was either Salvo or some guy who works with Salvo, where he's like, oh, I know this pod awful guy. So maybe they know who I am or something. I've never watched their stuff. I'm like vaguely familiar that this is a person. I hate their name. Salvopancakes. Like, that's embarrassing to say. I would never tell people to go watch something like that. It might be the greatest show. Might be the best YouTuber of all time. But that name is sick. So, I don't know, it just sounds like some sort of gay thing for a child. Kind of like Teddy Fresh. So this guy's getting big, though. Like, his channel is growing, from what I understand. So they're going to put out this Teddy Fash thing. Everybody's going to think they came up with it. We did this. That episode is what? That might be 2 years old? I can't remember if that's a year or 2 years ago that I put out this Teddy Fash thing. But 100, and we not only did we do it then, but a couple of years before that, there was an episode where we made fun of Teddy Fresh as being Teddy Fash, and it's the official clothing line of the Proud Boys. Another bit from the show. So when I heard this, I was floored by it. I could not believe it. Teddy Fash, he has 100% seen that episode. He confirmed it himself. So, do I think he actively copied it? Maybe maybe he's not the one who even said to call it Teddy Fash. I don't know that for sure. It had to be somewhere in the back of the mind, though. That's all I know. Just something to point out, something interesting. Let's go back to the video. You can get rid of these things. Don't buy this shirt. Okay.
Central, and like back in the behind the scenes with this child, we're like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this with him, and some shit like that, probably.
Absolutely, it's gonna make Mike super jealous. I mean,
isn't it disgusting that he would do that?
So disgusting. And like now he's already trying to like also work with Salvo. Like he's doing Salvo's doing the live Def Noodles roast. He's flying out on Thursday and going to be there live. Like, now Mike injected himself into that and, like...
Oh, wait, Mike made it seem to me like that was him. He paid for Salvo's plane tickets, too, or something?
Oh, really? I didn't know that, but, yeah, you probably know more than me.
I think so.
But he's already trying to, like... but this is going to make him turn on Salvo. And Salvo covered the first roast, so Mike is just, like, jumping on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to turn on Salvo, too.
For sure. He turns on everybody.
Yeah, I think the reason Mike hasn't fully turned on me yet is because I know too much.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think he's always been afraid, too. Like, he just sort of used me in a Talmudic way, especially as he started to become bigger and bigger and bigger, as like a lightning rod, how do you call it? Like, for, like, the anti-Semitism. Like, no, look, I got this guy. How could I be a Jew?
Yeah. Why would I feature this guy on my show?
I'm like that as a barrier for, like, the internet.
That's very funny. Like, we've called out people, like, we used to call out this guy, Tristan Starchild, for, he had this mascot sidekick black old man called Uncle Bill that he would just carry around with him so that he could get away with being a white rapper. You've seen people do that a million times, like have a black guy so that they can go like, see, it's okay that I say the things that I say. I've done that. Everybody does that. I don't think I've ever seen it before where a Jewish guy has been like, how could I be Jewish? I'm friends with an anti-Semite. That's a wild accusation from Sven. I'm also getting some messages from Lossless, and he's saying that where is it? He says, also, you're already right. The entire Red Bar Discord was an immediate barrage of saying Sven is gay, posting his Instagram photos, calling him a soy boy, and saying his drawings suck, and that he was never funny. Sven has always been the same guy the entire time, and that's true. These guys used to love Sven, now they're going to hate him, and one of my greatest pleasures in all of this, there's a guy who is posted in there right now. He's commented about me, saying he's acting like, Jesse is acting like he was finally able to get one up on the schoolyard bully. Poor guy has been hurt by Mike. Now, ridiculous claim to make. I've had a million up on Mike, like a million times. But let's pretend that was true for a second. Let's go ahead and assume that I was bullied and that I'm hurt by Mike, and he's the schoolyard bully. If you found out the schoolyard bully was pooping in his diaper and he wore a diaper-wipey poo-poo head, he's no longer the schoolyard bully. He's the guy getting sand kicked in his eyes for the rest of eternity. So that would be, of course, that would be an amazing moment. That would be the greatest. Not what's happening here. If you're taking the side of the guy who's revealed to be pooping himself, you're in a strange place. And I do enjoy thinking about the fact that Mike now has two options. Technically speaking, he has to come on air and address whether or not he wears diapers. And it doesn't matter what the answer is. The very fact that he has to address this means you already lose. Because if he does not address it, it's an automatic, yes, this is true. He wears diapers. If he does address it and says, no, I don't, haha, yes, you do, haha, you had to address it. If he addresses it and says, yes, I wear diapers, and he tries to make it a sarcastic, like, he tries to get ahead of it, Mersh style, oh my God, I might lose it if he gets put in a Mersh situation. That's worse than a self-defense situation. A lot of states don't even have laws on this. You don't even know what to do in a situation like that. All right, hit play.
The large subset of internet based on red pill people, and I sort of justify him.
Right.
And I actually expect this, by the way, because I'm telling you, I'm seeing very big names that are too big to talk about it. This Owen Benjamin, Adam Greeny, and what I'm doing, where we're just naming them, and we're naming the Jew, because I'm sick of it. I'm not going to fucking pretend that I can't criticize a Jew, okay? I'm fucking sick of it. That's going to grow and grow and grow, and they're going to fucking find a fucking, maneuver to subvert that again, but I think it's going to be growing, though. They're going to be defensive against it still, but they will be... this movement is anti-Jewish. I'm not saying anti-Semitic even, but like where you just say Jews need to fucking learn how to take a joke. I'm sick of being silenced by you guys. Fuck you. And it's Jews that are doing the censorship that needs to be just said out loud.
For sure.
No longer do we need to be working with like dog whistly type of shit. I'm sick of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I honestly think that's very important. And by the way, that's what's been on my mind. And that's what I kept being brought up as I got more drunk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then after, like, a rewatch, I watched some of those tense moments, then it, like, dawned on me that you were also targeting, like, throwing it to him, like, I will not be silenced, Mike. It will not be,
I saw what you did. You can leave that. You can put Lenny's thing on. That's fine. Go
you
ahead.
Talmudic subversions.
I didn't know I was doing that.
Yeah, you have to, if you don't remember the second half, you have to go back and watch. I mean...
I'd be too uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable. I would understand that. But yeah, you basically said that at the end, like, I will not allow you, Mike, to treat me like this in your Talmudic subversion way.
If Silence Do Good in chat says, I don't get how you think the bully is owned by making fun of a guy with an autoimmune disease so bad he needs a diaper. Just makes you look bad. I don't need you to get that. That's fine. I would hope that most people don't get that. But for those of us who do, sorry, we're laughing at a grown man in a diaper. Now, if you want to believe the autoimmune disease thing, okay. I assume you believe it about Steven Crowder as well. I assume you believe it about Mr. Medicare as well, and, you know, all of these other people with their fake gay woman's diseases on the internet. I assume you believe it for everybody. I assume you believe I really have Crowder-David's disease then, and you must feel bad for me. What if I told you that actually the reason you don't like me is because of a disease I have, and I can't help it? This is just the way I am because of my disease. Now you can't mock me. Sorry, I'm now above criticism because I have a disease. Listen, if the guy was rolling around, you know, Captain Pike style, unable to move, tube coming out of his neck, crapping into a diaper, yeah, that's not funny. If he was Christopher Reeve style thrown off of a horse, sure, I'm probably not going to laugh. Christopher Reeve didn't spend most of his time with a tube coming out of his neck going, look at this big fat guy. While pointing at a screen, though, either. It's kind of different. It's sort of a situational thing. You see what I'm saying? But again, I'm going from, like, I've met Mike. You know, I've met him in real life. I looked down upon him, and I saw him for what he is. And so I'm picturing the guy I met standing in front of me, and then, like, thinking, oh wait, he's got a diaper on. To me, that's crazy. Me personally, that's crazy. Imagine you were a kid, let's say, and you found out one of your teachers had a diaper. Now, for all you know, they have some sort of horrible bowel disease. But if you found out your teacher had a diaper, you'd probably be snickering behind their back going, ha, you got a diaper. If you found out some little kid, I don't know if you're a parent or not, probably not. I'm going to guess no. But I want a divorced dad energy in chat right now, but I'm gonna guess no. If you do have a kid though, imagine your kid goes to like a daycare or something, and by daycare I don't mean for like a little kid. I mean like you got a 5-6 year old. You need something after school. and you found out that one of their friends wears a diaper. He's like a grown kid, like he's 6. He's still wearing a diaper. You probably laugh at that kid. Now that kid's probably got something wrong with him. He's probably got nightmares or terrors or whatever. He's wet in the bed, but it's funny. It's funny. I'm sorry. I grew up in a house where my friend whose name is Michael, he was a bedwetter, and he'd come over. We were little kids. He'd come over. He'd spend the night at my house. And one time, he wet the bed while at my place. We had a pull-out couch. He pissed all over it. And it was huge. The stain was huge. My parents laughed at him. Sorry, it's just the way I was raised. I can't help it. We still make fun of him for this. We say it was the size of Montana. That has been said for so many years it should be criminal. I believe my dad joked that the piss stain on that bed was larger than the bed itself. That's not even physically possible. And again, we're talking about a child. And a child who probably was wetting the bed because his home life wasn't so great. We're still pointing and laughing. I'm talking about me, my dad, my mom, and our family dog. I remember the dog laughed. He smelled the bed and he looked at Michael and he went, So, you and I might be different people. I personally find it funny when an adult, even a grandpa, is wearing a diaper. Something funny about that to me. I don't know. We're probably all going to be there one day. Maybe, maybe not. Depends. All right, hit play.
Yes. Yes. So you did say it straight up to his face.
By the way, he had it fucking coming then, right?
He did.
Like, retribution for what he did to me in the beginning.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. Thinking back, it was uncomfortable as soon as the cameras went on.
Yeah, he was mega uncomfortable, and therefore I got uncomfortable, honestly. Like, I wasn't having fun in the beginning.
Well, yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm going to stir him show I need to behave.
Sorry, I see there's a follow-up. He replied to somebody else, so I didn't see this. But he says, Silence Do Good says, I'm not saying it's not okay to make fun of. Who cares? It's just not the own Jesse thinks it is and makes him look dumb and hurt. Now, these are ridiculous claims. Dumb and hurt. It makes you look dumb and hurt for commenting that. What if I said that? A lot of us would actually believe that, think that. We think you're hurt and dumb on behalf of another man. It's actually more strange. It's normal and natural to laugh at a man when he's down. I mean, sorry, it is, especially a man who puts himself out there. A public figure. You probably laughed at the foibles and horrible things that have happened to celebrities and politicians. I see no difference in laughing at some YouTube man. Me personally. That's just me personally. I'm only addressing this because I feel like you probably are not, you're not like that other guy, what's that guy's name, Francis, who's in here like desperate, oh, I gotta protect Mike. I don't feel like that's the energy coming from you. That's why I'm addressing you on this one. Yes, I think it's funny. I just think it's funny. I don't think it's an own. I don't think it's an own any more than, Mike probably thinks it doesn't think it's an own when he, I'm trying to think of something from his show. Patrick Melton. When he says Patrick Melton, his facial hair are blades. I don't even know what that means. I've never understood that joke. I don't think he thinks it's an own. I think he thinks it's silly, right? These are just silly. I'm an internet man. He's an internet man. And we are all, right now, together here, filling our time at very odd hours with very strange setups with internet nonsense. This is all just nonsense. I think what I'm having trouble with here, and the only reason I'm addressing this at all, I find it bizarre to even have anyone say anything about this. It's like, it's unreal to me that anyone has a problem with this. And I think it comes from, I have this this knee-jerk reaction to where people draw their lines. I'm not I'm never drawing a line. I'm never. People always think like, oh, Jesse thinks he's stepping. I've heard people say it. Like, people have said this to me, have said it in this chat room. We're like, oh, Jesse thinks he's being edgy. He thinks he's stepping over the line. And the reality is, I don't see a line. I am shocked when you guys do. And what you're reminding me of right now, and why it's so bizarre to me, is it reminds me of when someone's like, oh, you can't make fun of his wife. You can't make fun of their kids. They try to draw the line there. They try to draw the line at IRL. And this is a new one to me. I've heard those forever. That has always been on the internet. I've never agreed with those. I think everything's up for grabs. Making fun of is up for grabs. Whatever's going to hurt the person's feelings or make you laugh harder, whichever one comes first. I think they're all up for grabs. But a new one to me is this thing where, like, a guy is sick in real life. You can't make fun of him. I'm sorry. If you found out he had AIDS, are we on the same page? You see what I'm saying? If we discover tomorrow, like, it's leaked online, the man's got AIDS. It actually says on the paper, the doctor wrote out full-blown AIDS. Now, we've had that happen with another goon before, by the way. We did a whole episode on it. You want to know the name of that episode? It's called Full-Blown AIDS. I mean, to me, it's a discovery. It's a big one. It's funny.
And for some reason, every internet man is sick at the moment.
That's the other thing. Is like there's this bizarre thing where everybody is sick. Everybody, and including me. Like, when I'm saying I'm sick, I really am. So I don't have.
You have full-blown AIDS, yeah.
I don't have full-blown AIDS. I'm not wearing a diaper right now. But I do keep getting ill, horrifically ill. There's something happening. And I don't know if it's just that, like, finally kahuna virus started hitting everyone who spends all day inside, too. Like me, or like Redbar, or like Mr. Matoker. But there is this thing going around where all of these people are, like, mysteriously ill. And that's funny to me. Just that alone is funny to me. So I think when I see somebody trying to draw that line on behalf of another man, to me, it seems so arbitrary where that line is. Like, why? What are you talking about? If he had monkeypox, you'd be dying. You'd be dying. In fact, actually, forget him having it. If the guy you don't like, the guy he makes fun of, whoever it is, I honestly don't know who this guy is. I don't know if he's a Redbar guy. He might be maybe he watches Pod Awful. I don't know who this dude is. Whoever you don't like, if you found out tomorrow they had the funny disease, whatever it is to you today, you'd be laughing. I don't know. I find out a guy wears a diaper. Maybe we're breaking this down a little too much. I apologize for the audio. This was explained at the beginning of the stream. I keep seeing people talk about the audio. I don't have a microphone or anything right now. Nothing is set up. You have no idea what I'm attempting to do to change all of my studio stuff. So that's all I'm going to say for now. You'll see it when you see it. It'll be different. The difference is I get sick or things are changing. I don't just disappear for a year. You don't have to give it a year. Here we are still doing shows, even with no equipment. I barely have internet, and we're still doing a show. If I was wearing a diaper, I feel like if you got a diaper, you have a problem taken care of. You could probably get up and do a show. You don't even have to, like, 8 hours sitting there in a diaper. You never have to get up. That's got to be pretty easy.
Could you wear a diaper on the next episode?
Here's the thing, you would never know. I've done 12, 13, 14, 15 hours and not gotten up once to pee. I've never gotten up to shit during that. Now, every once in a while, suddenly a man...
Maybe he moans in agony when he shits and he's dying.
A man needs to make a log. Sometimes nature calls, you can't help it. But I've done long streams without having to get up to poop, but not because I'm wearing a diaper. You would never know if I started wearing a diaper or not. Here's the problem. They shouldn't have told Sven. I don't care how close a friend you have. The diaper stays a secret. I would keep it a secret from my wife. if I was married to Jules, I would not be telling her I'm wearing a diaper now. That would be too embarrassing. Either way, wait, brother Jesse's crapped himself in death, so we win. Brother Jesse's crapped himself. You want to do a take two on that, Dave H? Dave, I don't have a dead brother. you got to stop falling for the April Fool's prank this late in the game.
Are people still falling for that?
September Fools! I don't know how you missed it, I guess. And also Ginger Death, he says. Ginger? Where are these guys getting the idea that I made? Have they seen what red looks like before? Anyway, all right. There's a lot of people making a lot of fart sounds in chat right now. So I've completely missed whatever Silence's response to any of this might have been. He said, "I didn't say there was a line. Your comprehension is sad. Your comprehension is sad." He says. Should I even read the rest after that? I'm saying it's not an own because he's sick. Dumb thing to title your stream about. It's not an own. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I was claiming it was an own. I just called it Diaper Watch. I mean, that you understand the titling is a... Yeah, you know what? They don't understand. It's fine. It's okay. I forgot. I gave a guy the benefit of the doubt.
It's a 30% sort of thing.
You can lead a horse to a diaper.
Somehow I have started being able to translate. You roll around and shit too much, you get a little dirty yourself. All right, hit play. Sorry.
Yeah, you're in front of the principal. I mean, so my take on it is like, you know how much he makes fun of Joe Rogan being, you know, a no fun, you know, he gets mad when someone drinks in front of him. He did the exact same thing. Like, he's asking you to fix your mic, like, put your mic to your face.
Yeah, he yells at me too, right? Like, fix your mic, and then he corrects himself. All right, just kidding, it's such a room.
He can't pour a beer. Like, did you see all those suds? And, like, he just can't laugh at himself.
Man, he just never poured a beer.
That was pretty fucking embarrassing to watch that pour. I was like, ooh. I know Mike's not a beer drinker, but, like, you're 40. Like, how do you not know how to pour a beer into a glass?
Yeah, you must have been just by osmosis have learned how to pour. But that's the thing. He hasn't had any friends ever.
Yeah.
He doesn't go out to drink with friends or do anything.
Yeah.
All his knowledge comes from YouTube. Like, how can you be this commentator on the culture when your entire inner hard drive, your operating system is created by that same culture? You are a product of it. You can't criticize something from the inside.
Right. I mean, to unironically watch like stuff like Red Scare is just beyond me.
That's something my ex-girlfriend used to date a chick from Brooklyn for like 2.5 years.
Uh-huh.
And she was into that. She was into Red Scare.
Yeah.
I've never heard a fucking second of it, by the way, but she would talk about it.
It's like,
I see Dasha's dumb cunt face. I'm like, okay, cool. You go listen to your woman bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's women bullshit, it's lefty bullshit, it's like a communism. It's like,
Wait, is that what it is? Because Mike actually said in the car, the only thing I listened to is, and he mentioned Red Scare and another thing. And he said, he said Red Scare is basically Red Bar. That's what he said.
Really? I mean, I've never watched it, but yeah, it's like along the same lines as Chapo, Trap House, like those guys, they're like DSA.
I don't know what that is either.
Okay, so like, I don't know, it's sort of in the same vein as Cumtown, but if you would think like Cumtown's sort of on the right, Chapo Trap House is like a sister podcast, but they're all DSA Brooklyn people, so Red Scare is in that same, it's a communist podcast, it's, you know, lefties listen to it, socialists.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, I get, you know, it's sort of runs in their blood, huh?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So that's why.
I want to be clear here. I don't know if there's any mods in chat or anything. We are not banning any of these people. We're not timing them out. I want these comments, okay? It looks so... They don't realize how bad it looks. Like, one of them said, even your title is copying Redbar. Like, they come so close to understanding sometimes, and then they
Come
don't.
into the Discord.
Still yeah, you're welcome to come in here as well. Please let them keep commenting. We're gonna leave these up. It's official. Mike David has butt huffers. Okay? We thought that was just a Mersh thing. We welcome the Redbar butt huffers. Enjoy his fumes. Let us know about his aromas. With each new comment, a new bouquet of his scents. Maybe you can even get Jules to do a tasting sort of a charcuterie board for you. Get a little, find out every little peanut and corn nugget that happens inside of his Pampers. We love to hear it. Please keep it coming. Hit play.
Probably judge with that shit. Well, get some of the dissidents to join our Discord.
Okay.
Here's the thing. When it comes to something like this, don't throw any first punches because you're not going to look sympathetic. Just be calm, collected, and see what happens. Yeah? And then we can go from there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't want to throw the first punch, but, like, definitely, I don't know. I'm not going to, far be it from me to tell you what.
Did it? Everybody's saying F. Did it fucking go to it cracked? Oh, okay. All right. We'll give it a sec. Yeah, the stream's still live. Yeah. It's just Discord. Just, Stella, could you roll it back just hit back like 5 times or something? I'll just try to get that. We're coming back. We are coming back. Don't worry.
Sorry, black
Okay.
people run my internet.
So I told you guys, we're having a lot of people having a lot of. Listen, there's a lot of internet men who are sick. There's a lot
Ghetto
of normal
rigging
people.
this shit.
Look, have you seen Mersh's Section 8 internet? This could be worse. This could be a lot worse. I mean. Okay, just pretend all you have to do is imagine we're 2 cats not coming on camera for 24 hours a day. So, have you ever watched Mersh's cat stream? There's never cats on it. It's crazy.
And
Okay.
rest in peace to the BMW, by the way.
Oh yeah, RIP to the BMW. Somebody asked earlier, is this Mike David's BMW moment? And I was trying to parse that out. Like, do they mean the crash? Do they mean buying the BMW? Mike's already had quite a few BMW moments. You might just not have been around for them. He did one time steal a bunch of listeners' money for one project and instead bought a motorcycle with it. And I think he crashed that, probably drunk driving. I might have that part wrong. But he did steal money to buy a motorcycle and lied about it. So I think that would probably be the BMW moment, but I don't know. To each his own. Look, all I know is we're living in a Mersh David world. The diaper huffers, they're saying in the chat. Okay, everybody's saying it's fixed. We're back. Let's hit play.
Are you showing the screen?
I don't. Yeah, we're good.
Hotel room.
Yes, okay, yeah. You're telling me. Yeah, okay.
I didn't give a shit about any of that. You know, I'm completely honest, 100%.
Yeah.
You will not be able to find even a little tiny bone in my closet. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I live free. I'm the opposite of that guy.
Yeah.
So if he wants to do something, there's nothing he can get me with. What he would do, he would lie. He would do like Talmudic exaggerations and all this stuff. He would have to lie in order to defame me.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes like audience against audience and stuff like, which he has a way bigger audience, but his audience, he's cultivating something that is going to eat himself too. Like he talks about how H3H3 does that.
Uh-huh.
But he despises his fans. Like me, I talk to my fans, I won't even say fans, it's just ridiculous.
Ugh, your audience.
We hang out in my Discord, we're talking all day long.
Yeah.
Some of them become some of my greatest friends. I don't despise anybody.
Right.
I look at people as if they're less than him.
Yes.
Pay pigs.
Yeah. The pay pigs just feeding him his Scars Club money. I think the big change of like the feel of the show is like he doesn't read the chat. Like I get that it's big and maybe it's moving too fast, but like that kind of made it fun and an interactive show. I guess he's got, Jules for that now for the most part, which is fine, but like
but he wouldn't let her speak.
Exactly, yeah. He controls her narrative. Like she can't even speak on the mic unless spoken to.
I mean, that's the thing, like, he is embarrassed to have a girl co-host. Like, she's not allowed to show her face.
Uh-huh.
So he is embarrassed by that. But at the same time, he needs her, right?
So this is very funny to me that you always wonder, what is the deal with him not putting her on camera? Like, they set up this brand new studio. I kind of thought, like, oh, when they get all this new setup, they'll have these cameras and stuff. She'll be on camera, right? And it turns out, no. He's got all of this, like, extra room on the stage. I didn't know what to call it. I was going to say stage because there's fucking instruments there. It's such a bizarre studio, but they've got all this extra room. You'd think they'd put her over there where you can see her. And then no, and it turns out that it's because he somehow wants to keep it from you that she's a girl. Does that mean he thinks her voice doesn't sound like a lady? Because does that explain the vocal fry? Actually, I'm a guy. Oh, there are a lot of transes that sound that way. Do we need to run a transvestigation? Is there a reason Jules looks so much like, and I hate to say
Shalyn.
Me? No, wait, what? Shalyn? Oh, yeah. Oh, Shalyn talks like that? Yeah, that's true. Oh, my God, guys. Listen, it's not just me. A lot of people have said that Jules seems to resemble me, which is kind of creepy if you think about it. Like, Mike knew me before Jules. Did he go seeking out a female Jessie? Like, what is going on? What is the mindset? You could have asked. Again, I would say no, because then now I'm afraid you try to fuck me or something. I don't know. Anyway, I just think it's very, very funny that she just doesn't. He hides that she's a lady by not putting her on camera. What an interesting thing. And from what I understand, because again, I don't know the Opie and Anthony world, really, but like Ryan shares things with me and stuff like that. And I have seen these compilations where they go after the other radio shows, and apparently they call, everybody knows this but me, I don't know why I'm saying this like no one knows, I don't know this, they call the female sidekicks or co-hosts from other radio shows the Hole. You ever heard of that? The Hole?
Yes.
It's a funny name, and it's obvious, like they're a lady, they've got holes, but also because they're like a black hole of comedy. Every time the host says something funny, they're like, oh my God, Steve, come on. So my guess is, because his show is just him doing his own little homegrown Opie and Anthony. It's all of these shows are just fucking Opie and Anthony alikes, copy and Anthony's. I guess it's his way of trying to avoid that, of trying not to be made fun of. When you're trying to groom an audience of former O&A fans to the point that you literally join Anthony Cumia's podcast network, you probably want to hide the fact that you have a lady on your show. It's very funny. Hip late.
Yeah. There's another fucking rotten foundation there.
For sure.
There's a lot of rotten foundation that he builds upon.
Do you think he's like embarrassed of her? Like, why do you think just because he doesn't let her on cam, like he doesn't want to have like a female co-host, quote unquote?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that is what it is. Yeah.
Does she want to be on cam? Like, do you talk about that, or?
I think it's way past that point.
Uh-huh.
But I would think she would have wanted to be more of a character, which has become sort of the case now.
Which is fair. I mean, clearly she's doing all like the sourcing of time codes, watching shit, writing show notes. Like, she's become essentially the producer.
Yes, that's what he's groomed her into becoming a producer, and she's also the person that wipes his ass, cleans his diapers.
He wears diapers?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Listen, dude, I'm not gonna get all like again. What I said is,
I spoke over that to talk about Jules Felcher. Let's go back and let's hear that whole exchange one more time, because there's people now. This is the cope. Is that
doing all like the sourcing of time codes, watching shit, writing show notes, like
becoming a producer, and she's also the person that wipes his ass, cleans his diapers.
He wears diapers?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Listen, dude, I'm not gonna get all like again. What I said is, I have. That's the thing.
You have.
I can go. You know.
Okay, pause. All right, go ahead and hit all the way back till we get there again, because we're definitely going to listen to that a few times. So, you need to understand the psychology of what's going on there. Sven is drunk. Sven is unloading. He's frustrated. He's had a bad time. He wants to fucking go home. He's stuck there with this miserable Jew. And he's hot. He's not used to this heat, that they've got. And he forgot. It's like we're 51 minutes in to this conversation with a stranger who basically mentally hacked his way into having this conversation. And Sven is now comfortable. He's feeling himself. He's enjoying this. He accidentally says that Mike wears a diaper. And not only that, he reveals that Jules wipes the man. Well, here's my question. Why can't Mike just do that? Why is she wiping him? Why is she changing his diaper? That is no longer, we've seen him move. The man, he's ambulatory. He can locomote.
He's not even fat. Why can't he wipe his ass?
He can reach. We've seen his little hands. It's very Muppet-like. It's a little bit like Swedish Chef. Like there's two arms coming up from below the desk controlling him. But as far as I can tell, he could probably get one of those sweater sleeves back there and do the wiping himself.
It's something to do with the Sabbath.
Something what?
Do with the Sabbath.
Something. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, no, she wouldn't be able to do it either. She's just as Abrahamic as him. And again, they're calling her Jules Felcher.
Is Felcher a Semitic last name?
Well, Felker is, yeah.
Felcher.
Now here's the thing. Over a year ago, I say he's got a crap bag. He craps himself. I say Jules has to clean him. I say that she's eating up his pooey. Turns out this is true again. Again, Jesse was right. And if a man is ambulatory, if a man is capable of movement for most of his time, and he's being wiped, and he's being changed, the man is into it. That's a sex thing. He's a cum guy. He's an adult baby diaper lover. He's into scrum. And Jules is into feces. This is all I can take away from this, is a choice has been made. This is not a situation they were forced into. This is not, again, it's not a Christopher Reeve falling off a horse. Mike drives a car. Like Mike produces a show and he's moving on it and he can drink. It hasn't stopped him from drinking or taking drugs. You would think if somebody else is having to change your diaper for you that you would maybe cool it with some of the stuff that might be turning your shit like black and liquid, just on their behalf, just out of respect, unless, of course, they were into it. You know, if a guy's a foot guy, he wants the foot to be stinky. He wants a nice, sweaty, smelly foot, long toes. When you're into that stuff, you want it even grosser than the way it is originally. Jules wants the dark slime from his hole. He's actually, the reason she doesn't appear on camera, he's the hole in their relationship. Jules refers to Mike as the hole. And she is opening up her gullet and swallowing every ounce of goo that he's able to provide her. I actually, now, I have it on good authority. This actually came from Sven as well. He sent me a private message saying that when she removes his diapers, she then rolls her face around in the excrement inside. She gets filthy with it. And then she wears the diaper for a day. So she likes to kind of sit in it, squish, let it get up inside her. She wipes back to front. That's another true thing about Jules Felcher. These are all true facts. Now, clearly he did not mean to say this. And then when he realizes, like, ah, shit, I shouldn't have told this fucking stranger that. You can hear it in the tone of his voice. But he's also spent the past 50 minutes saying, like, dude, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm a guy who'll be honest. Like, I'll tell it like it is. That is his whole thing, is that he didn't want Mike telling him on the show that you're not allowed to say whatever you want to say. And so now he's caught out. He's in a moment where he wishes he could take something back. He's in a moment where he should, on behalf of his friend, even if they're not so good friends anymore, he should, in all reality, at this point go, oh, no, I was just joking. Like, I did not mean that. I don't know. I think he's Borat, apparently. That would be what a friend does. But these guys are no longer friends. And Sven is too prideful. And he's too comfortable in this moment. And so instead, he leans in on how honest he is. And that's true. He is being honest during this moment. Mike David is an adult baby diaper lover. He's a diaper wipey poo poo head. He is the hole. Play that one more time.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Listen, dude, I'm not going to get... And she's also the person that wipes his ass.
In show notes, like, she's become essentially the producer.
Yes, that's what he's groomed her into becoming a producer, and she's also the person that wipes his ass, cleans his diapers.
He wears diapers?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Listen, dude, I'm not gonna get all, like, again, what I said is I have, that's the thing.
You have.
I can go, you know?
Yeah, let Mike say one word, you know?
Listen, dude, he's not,
So what he's saying there is, a minute ago, he was saying that he was talking about how he'll probably turn on Salvopancakes. In every relationship Mike has with somebody, he eventually turns on them. And the only reason Sven speculated that he never turned on Sven was because Sven has too much dirt on him. I'm quoting the man. This is the dirt he was talking about. The dirt is from the man's behind. And you'll notice, and I thought this was particularly interesting, it's easy to miss this because what follows it is finding out that the mean internet man poops in a diaper. But Sven also used a very specific word there. He said he groomed her into being a producer. There's a lot of talk on the internet about Mike grooming Jules. You know, he met Jules when she was like a child, basically, through his show. She was like a little tiny teenage girl. And so people are saying, I don't know about this. I'm not sure if this is even true or not. But people say that he groomed her and he's a pedophile. And I do find it interesting that he chose that word. You can tell Sven has been looking in the dark corners, the recesses of the internet that Mike would tell him, don't look in. This, by the way, is now one of those dark corners. It used to be, go flood his iTunes review page with negative review. Go leave dislikes. Go tell him. Every single one of you here right now, diaper huffing for the whole, for Grandma Redbar, he would rather you just weren't here. He doesn't want you hearing this. He doesn't want Sven saying this. He doesn't want Sven hearing stuff like this. He wants this to be the evil, dark corners of the internet. And I've seen this. Again, I have access to the BBG, to the Facebook group. I can see everything that goes on there. I know when he says, like, don't even look at that Reddit, that subreddit. Don't go on Discord. He doesn't want you going into these places because they're scary. They're evil. All the things they say are lies. Redbar tells the truth.
There was a guy in chat that said, "I'm done. Watch the viewers drop." And the viewers didn't drop at all.
Well, that's the other thing is, like, it's such a strange thing to talk about Redbar because the intersection of who likes who and what and stuff, it's one of the most complex. Like, we talk about Revenge of the Sis, and you're going to get Revenge of the Sis defenders, you're going to get haters, and a lot of the haters don't like Pod Awful, but when I do anti-merch stuff or whatever, they're like, okay, fine, I can deal with this. Redbar guys are different. They're groomed. Just like Jules was groomed. They've been groomed by Mike into thinking certain ways and being... I mean, you saw, I read that comment earlier where the guy was like, I'm so appreciative that I'm in Mike's good graces, and I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? And all you have to do is be in there for 2 seconds to know what that means. Like, you step out of line in there, and you aren't just gone. In fact, you're probably not kicked out. You are chastised. You are defamed. You are, like, it's bad. It's the things that people think actually happen in the Pod Awful cult. It's the reason we jokingly call it the cult. Over there, it's true. Over there, it's real. Over there, the grooming is real. So when these guys come defend, they don't realize they're actually fucking up. They think they're doing the right thing. It's like I mean, it's gay. Like, it's the worst fucking example of friendship simulator of all time. But they think they're they're red knighting for their guy, for their hole. And in reality, he hates that they're even here. He hates that this is posted. He knows he can't delete it from his group because they'll notice. He doesn't want it in there. He doesn't want the discussion. At a certain point, and maybe this has already happened. I haven't seen it if it has. At a certain point, he will comment in the thread on this YouTube video that was posted in there, and he will make some sort of halfway serious, irony poisoned kind of comment with an exclamation point where he's like, whoa, yikes! You know, he says something like that, and whatever he says, I can't do it. Like, I don't know what it would be because my brain doesn't work like this. I think this is the Talmudic thing that Sven has referred to so much in this whole video. He will come up with a way to word it in the most obsequious, in the most oblique way possible so that you can't call him on it. He will make it seem like it is gay to keep commenting on this. He will make it very clear to those who understand the chain of command there. He's going to make it very clear without saying a word that continuing to talk about this actually makes you gay and wearing diapers is actually cool. I'm not joking. There will come a moment. It might not be in the comments of the video. It might be a separate post. Somewhere he'll have to do something about this. He's in full-on panic about this right now. And we know that because Sven is in this video confirming that for us. He's saying he literally moved to Arizona out of fear, that everything he does in his life is out of fear. So we know that that's what's going to happen. I've personally seen him do stuff like this before, where he needs to batten down the hatches and get everyone in line. And it's not a joke. It's not like a fun sort of, oh, you know, we're under attack, let's hit them back sort of thing. No, it's everyone get into my way of thinking and stop reminding me of my pain. Which again, maybe you feel bad for him, maybe you believe in the disease, and the disease might be real. It might be real.
Do we need to send him diapers?
Well, I was going to announce this at the end, but ladies and gentlemen, this is what I was about to say. I said "but" there right before you interrupted. Listen, I don't know if the disease is real or not. I've said this many times over the past year and a half. If it's real, even if it's not real and it's all in his head, I feel so bad for him. And there was a time where I wouldn't even make fun of him because I assumed like he might actually just be straight up dying, and like that's bad. And now that doesn't mean I draw a line there. I've made fun of a lot of dead people. In fact, I've claimed to be behind the deaths of several people. But it's not that I'm drawing a line. It's just that I personally sometimes, even my meter stretches out only but so far, and then I get tired too. And so I've kind of drawn back on that. So here's what I was going to say is I think it's very funny that the man has to wear diapers. But I do understand people's concerns. And that's why I wanted to address that. When I thought they were real concerns, I now realize these were concerned trolls in the chat. When I thought they were real concerns, I wanted to address them because a reasonable person, like I said before, I would hope you don't agree with me, a reasonable person would find this horrific. A reasonable person wouldn't laugh at the little kid who wet the bed while on a sleepover. I'm not from a family of reasonable people. I'm a weird guy. I'm an internet man. And I understand that sometimes I take it too far, and I really do. So I'm not taking back anything that I've said in this stream. It would be insincere to do that. I literally named it DIAPERWATCH. And I do think it's funny. But I try to offset as often as I can. I try to offset a little of the evil I put into the world with a little bit of good. So I would like to say this. Maybe this sounds like a big, lofty claim, and maybe it sounds like I'm flashing my money or something, but I will be, from now on, personally buying Mike David's diapers and having them delivered directly to his studio weekly. I don't know how many he goes through in a week, but we will be sending the Pampers there. I'm sort of known for diaper deliveries anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, tactical diapers deployed. Mike, I've said it from the beginning of your illness. I've got your back on this. And again, when you finally do poop yourself into expiration, I've got a hamster wheel set up for Jules. She can power the moon base. And we will feed her a steady diet of human feces. I don't know where we'll source it from. I'm still going to go in a toilet like a normal guy. But I just want to make sure that your life is as comfortable and as easy as possible here in your twilight years. Let me know exactly how many diapers you need. I'll send you extras if you want. I'll start out with, I don't know, what's a reasonable amount of diapers to send a man to his professional broadcast studio? Like 100 a week? I don't know.
100,
Like
yeah,
7
a week.
7 packages.
7 packages, a pallet full. Should we just send the man concrete and get it over with? Anyway, pallet. We gotta help out the man. And I'm going to ask this of you guys. I'm not looking for donations or anything. I don't want to make any money off of this. But if you would like to contribute to the Little Boy David Diaper Delivery Fund, which is now the new name of the Pizza Fund, by the way. You know how the Barney became the Scars Club? The Pizza Fund is being renamed to the Diaper Delivery Fund. And if you would like to contribute to the Pizza Fund, the former Pizza Fund, the new Diaper Delivery Fund, from now on, 25% of all of your donations to the show, they're not donations, you're subscribing, all your subscriptions will go toward actually wet wipes to help Jules clean. So I thought that would be very nice, and I did want to announce that 25% will be going toward that, and you guys will be making a difference in one little boy's life, as short as it might be. Let's finish this one. We're right at the end. Let's just finish this video.
Pathetic. Wow. Let's just put it like that. Wow. Yes, I'm not worried about that. But yeah, I would say send me a DM. I gotta go take a big fat Del Cappuccino right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll send you a Discord link.
Yeah, I look forward to joining that. Definitely gonna watch the next Sven streams. All right, man. Thanks for talking to me. Have a good flight back to Netherlands.
You're a good boy. Bye bye.
You are too. Bye bye.
Hang up this thing.
Alright, there we go. So, thank you to Lossless. I figured we could end on this. I'm going to send you one more little thing here. Listen, I feel bad for all. A lot of these diaper huffers. Hang on, don't play it. A lot of these diaper huffers out there, the Redbar fans, they came here to protect their guy. They didn't know that really this was all leading up to me helping him and sending him anything he needs, any amount of diapers he needs, any amount of wet wipes, talcum powder. We will be sending him powders and various butt paste. You ever heard of butt paste? That's a thing they use on babies' buttholes for some reason. So we will be sending him all the supplies he needs. And I figured just to give back to the community, this guy from the chat room that has been losing it the whole time, one of Mike David's biggest diaper huffers. This man is nose deep, and I do mean nose. We're talking about Mike David. Nose deep in the man's Pampers. His name is, again, Francis Patrick Kevel, and he has been defending valiantly in the chat this whole time. Well, it turns out he's got a SoundCloud. I figured we could end on listening to some of his music. This is You Happen to You by Francis Patrick Kevel. Take it away.
Make up all meanings proceeding all door. Walk towards what's hatched and lie wordless offshore. Make up all meanings proceeding all door. Walk towards what's hatched and lie wordless offshore. Wordless offshore. Teething and seizing, no reading, no feeling. Enchanted, believing its pulse will reward. Teething and seizing, no reading, no feeling. Enchanted, believing its pulse will reward. Repackaged and captioned, extracted, adapted, and
This is a song about Mike David's food, by the way.
no signal from source. The diva amoebas as creature transceivers, reaching for teachings and writing them wrong. Diva amoebas as creature transceivers, reaching for teachings and writing them wrong.
I think we get it. He's back. There you go. The show is over. We're done. Goodbye.
Okay.
It's over. Sorry. We'll go back to doing shows when I can.
Oh,
Alright.
hold on. Let me call Francis real quick.
Join the call. Podawful.com/Discord and join the website, podawful.com. Plenty of free